WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Quentin Smith. The Lowndes County Sheriff's Department is asking for the public's help identifying a person of interest. Back in October, this man allegedly walked into a rental shop and rented out some equipment under a construction business name. Deputies say he was last seen driving a silver SUV, which is also pictured right here on your screen. If anyone has information on his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department or Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. Lowndes County deputies are also searching for a burglary suspect. Deputies are asking for information on the whereabouts of John David Reeves. Reeves is wanted for questioning about his alleged involvement in the Lowndes County burglary. Anyone who knows where Reeves is at tonight should contact the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department or Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. And Lowndes County investigators also want to know who was driving this truck. The dark-colored Ford Ranger pickup was reportedly involved in stealing a John Deere Gator, a zero-turn mower, and a 12-foot utility trailer from a local business. If you have any information on this truck or the equipment, you're asked to contact the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department or Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. And remember, you can report anonymously. Columbus police are stepping up their efforts to find a suspect wanted for his alleged involvement in the deadly shooting. 19-year-old Demorio Sanchez Price Ewing of West Point, who you see right here, is wanted for an accessory after the fact charge. Investigators say he's about 5'7" and weighs 137 pounds. If you know where he is at tonight, you're asked to contact Crime Stoppers. 18-year-old Shaquavius White of West Point is charged with manslaughter in the shooting death of 18-year-old Xavier Dora. That shooting happened on December 19th inside an abandoned house on 17th Street South. Police Chief Fred Shelton says investigators believe Ewing aided in the crime but did not release what those actions allegedly were. Shelton says if someone is hiding the West Point man, they could also be charged with a crime. Again, if you have any information, you're asked to contact the Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. A Pickens County family is mourning the death of 3 relatives who were killed last Friday near Aliceville in a horrific car accident. Tim Reed with CBS affiliate WIAT is in Birmingham and has more on this story.
Very heartaching, sad.
Doris Cole is heartbroken. The fatal car accident claimed the lives of her 2 brothers, 41-year-old Jeffrey Armstrong and 42-year-old Horace Armstrong. Her cousin, 43-year-old Joe Knox, was also killed in the horrific crash.
It's a heartaching pain. I tell anyone that it's very heartaching. It's not nice, I don't wish this on no one. To lose 2 siblings at the same time.
2 other family members were also in the car but survived and are recovering at UAB Hospital. State troopers tell CBS 42 the victims who died were thrown from the car after the vehicle left the road, struck a ditch, and flipped over several times. Troopers say speed and alcohol appeared to be factors. No one was wearing seatbelts.
As people ride in your car, also make sure that they buckle up. Your passengers, or even the ones in the back seat.
Don't want nothing like this to happen again. I promise you, be careful.
Doris Cole tells us she doesn't want any other families to experience the pain that she and her family are feeling. She says her brothers and cousin were good people. That's what she wants people to remember.
Harry, Jeff, and Joe, they always had a smile on their face. Whatever you asked them, they would do it.
My heart goes out to the mom, even the surviving siblings.
At this time, family members are in the process of making funeral arrangements.
We have had a mostly cloudy sky through much of the day today. A few passing showers and some light drizzle are going to continue into tonight. Currently, our temperatures sitting in the low 60s in most spots. 61 in Vernon and in Columbus, 60 in Ackerman. It is 62 in Houston. As we look across the region, some light showers and clouds will continue with some drizzle and maybe a little bit of patchy fog overnight tonight. Our next system, though, is winding up here in the Great Plains and the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains. We have actually a tornado warning in Clovis, New Mexico right now, and so that's the start for the chance for us to get some severe weather here as we head into late Saturday night, more so probably into Sunday, likely from sunrise to sunset. That will bring the chance for some gusty winds and maybe a tornado here as well. We're going to time all of that out, take a look at what we expect, and have a full look at your forecast coming up here later on in the show.
A long-abandoned factory building in Columbus could be seeing some big changes. City spokesman Joe Dillon confirms a demolition permit has been applied for at the old American Bosch building. At this time, the city is not aware of a targeted date for the demo. There were some environmental concerns to be addressed before any work could begin. The plant was first built in the 1950s. It changed ownership over time, but its last occupant was Johnson Electric, but the building has been vacant for well over a decade. A new sheriff is sworn in to lead Lafayette County. Joey East was surrounded by family members as he was sworn in as the new sheriff of Lafayette County today. He'll begin his official duties on January 1st. East was previously the police chief at Oxford Police Department. He beat independent candidate Jeffrey South in the general election in November. Well, the holiday season is a busy time for retailers, and liquor stores are no exception. With Christmas and New Year's Eve so close together, shoppers are stocking up. Our Tyler Hull visits one of those stores, and he joins us live in the studio. So, Tyler, workers are seeing a steady flow of business, huh?
That's right. While I was at Pittsburgh Liquor and Wine today, dozens of customers made their way through the doors. No matter if it is used for a gift or stocking the home bar, alcohol is a popular commodity during the holidays. Spirits for toasting and mixing and sipping. The shop in Pittsburgh stocks everything from wine to liquor. Store owners like James Mike Winters count on the holiday season and their customers to spend a little extra for festive events.
Well, business always looks good this time of the year. The liquor stores, you make your money from November through February. More people stop in picking up gift sets. These sets are packaged to go with different liquors. And a liquor store really survives on its sales in the wintertime, more especially around the holidays, where people are buying gifts and giving to each other, and it's an easy, quick gift that most people appreciate. Winter says that the people who come by his store have their favorites. We sell a great amount of vodka and the bourbons. People are very interested in the bourbons, and you can't leave out the brandies. Reported in Pittsburgh, Tyler Hull, WCBI News. According to alcohol.org, New Year's Eve is the second booziest holiday of the year.
It's never too late to get in shape. When we come back, we meet some seasoned citizens who are still going strong, and we'll tell you how you can join them.
You're watching WCBI News with Quentin Smith.
Welcome back. The benefits of exercise are good at any age. A program in Columbus for older adults keep people moving and growing. That's because this class has a bigger meaning than trimming your waistline.
With the music going and plenty of stretches, some seasoned Columbus folks are moving toward better health.
It's a good way to start my day.
45 people are enrolled in the exercise workout program at the East Columbus Gym. 3 days a week, they lift weights and do other exercises. The Centers for Disease Control says older people that work out reduce their risk for chronic diseases and improves muscle strength.
A body in motion stays in motion. So I encourage people to come out and get off of those sofas and enjoy themselves exercising. The best part about it is that it's free. It helps me with my blood pressure, and it makes it possible for me to deal with my grandchildren. Keeps me physically fit.
The CDC also reports exercise can reduce anxiety and improve feelings of well-being. These seniors, many of whom have been working out here for about 10 years, say the friendships they've made keep them motivated.
It's just good to get together and fellowship, and, sometimes we talk our problems out and we help one another, deal with different situations. And it's just good for me, to let things out. It helps me with my physical part, it helps me with my mental part, and it's helping with my spiritual part. And I would recommend it for anyone, especially as we begin to age. We need this.
And if you would like to sign up for an exercise class, just contact the Columbus Recreation Department. Well, more exercise is on the minds of many people this time of year. People see the upcoming new year and new decade as a time to make a fresh start, and you'll find New Year's resolutions topping lots of to-do lists. Getting fit, saving money, those are just a couple of goals. Some Starkville residents are already planning out their goals for 2020.
We're going to be having our third child in March, and something about the third child is making me embrace motherhood a lot more than the first and second. I'm looking forward to just embracing motherhood fully.
Experts say to help you keep those New Year's resolutions, you can state your goal, create a plan, and make it personal. Well, it's one of the most anticipated events of New Year's Eve in the U.S., the Times Square ball drop. And today, the waterful crystal ball arrived for setup. Workers from Landmark Signs installed 192 new crystal triangles featuring this year's Gift of Goodwill design.
The gift of goodwill is the international sign and symbol of hospitality, of good fortune, and of course goodwill. And you can see this depicted on this amazing crystal triangle here. This is one of the actual triangles from the ball. So I've got to put this back on in a few moments. You can see here, you can see this beautiful pineapple. Of course, the pineapple, that symbol of hospitality, of goodwill, reaching out to your fellow man.
And in case you were wondering, the first time a ball was dropped from the flagpole at One Times Square was in 1907. And Jacob, also making an appearance in the new year next week will be some rain, huh?
Yes, we will. In fact, before we get there, we actually also have to deal with some stronger storms. Nothing quite tonight. We do have just some isolated showers into the region. That will continue, though, into tomorrow before that chance for storms gets here. Now, coming up in just a bit, we'll be sure to time out the storms, talk about what threats we expect, and I'll have a full look at your 7-day forecast. Stay with us.
WCBI First Alert AccuWeather Forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Our mostly cloudy sky continues this evening and into tonight, and that's the story as well heading into Saturday. We've seen that mostly cloudy sky all day long on our sky cam in downtown Louisville, Mississippi. Heading into tonight, the chance will be there for some passing drizzle, some showers, perhaps a little bit of patchy fog in spots, as our temperatures generally fall only into the upper, even middle 60s out there with east winds between 5 and 10 miles an hour. 56 will be the low tonight in Columbus, 57 in Louisville and in Ackerman, 56 in Coffeyville and in Bruce. As we head into tomorrow, then we warm up into the mid to upper 60s with south and east winds slowly picking up during the day, 5 to 15 miles an hour. The chance will be there for some scattered showers at any point during the day. Better chances into the afternoon and evening. 69 will be the high in Columbus, 67 in Macon and in Starkville, 68 in Louisville. I've got us at 71 in Winona. As we look ahead here, notice through Friday and Saturday, we see some of those passing showers continuing even into Saturday night. By the time we get to early Sunday morning, that's when we get our cold front to approach and the chance for some strong to severe storms into the region. Right now, we continue to advertise a level 1 threat. That's a 1 out of 5, with the main threat being gusty winds with those storms. The tornado threat is low. We'll monitor and see if we don't get a little more instability. If that happens, that might help produce a tornado somewhere into the area, but just worth monitoring now. The timing is from Sunday at 3 a.m. until 6 p.m. Really, I think the better timing is sunrise to sunset, with prime time perhaps early afternoon and late morning hours. And we could get some heavy rain out of this too, perhaps 1 to 3 inches in some areas. Here's what we look at Saturday afternoon and evening. Notice overall clear and quiet. We still have a few passing showers there. As we get into early Sunday morning, before sunrise, we may have a few pop-up showers and storms into the region. Not concerned about that. Our threat will come with the cold front as it pushes on in here. And notice by late Sunday morning, we see some of those storms pushing through the area. Notice what happens late Sunday morning into early Sunday afternoon. The storms pick up a little bit in intensity here, and so that's something that we'll monitor moving forth before they clear out before sunset on Sunday afternoon and evening. Now, what we have to watch is our storm energy here. Notice as we get into Sunday early afternoon, we see some of that instability surging to the north there. That's one of the uncertainties that we have moving forth. A narrow window for perhaps a little bit of a better threat. We also have plenty of low-level wind energy at play. This is where a lot of those storms will derive from. And notice Sunday afternoon, there's some of that energy right overhead, worth monitoring here moving forth. Some of that may very well mix to the ground. So again, a little uncertain in the unstable air, but with that wind energy, we have to watch for the chance for some of those gusty showers and storms, and we'll fine-tune that forecast moving forth. I've got some data rolling in right now that'll help us out and getting that timing a little more specific. Dry and quiet Monday and Tuesday. Some showers, though, by Wednesday, Thursday, especially into Friday, latering in 2020.
So it's only a matter of time before that cold weather starts to come on in.
Yeah, we'll see a slow tick downward. I think, though, at the end of that 7-day forecast, just beyond that, we may get back to some more winter-like weather.
All right. Thank you so much, Jacob. State continues preparations for their matchup with Louisville in the Music City Bowl. We'll have more on that coming up next in sports.
Further.
Bowl week continues for Mississippi State as today marks day 2 of practices in Nashville as they prepare for Louisville. Now the Cardinals have some playmakers on offense that State's D will have to look out for. Running back Javian Hawkins rushed for over 1,400 yards this season, while the speedster at wide receiver, Chatarius Atwell, reeled in over 1,100 yards and 11 TDs. State will have to be locked in on both sides of the ball if they plan on coming home to Starkville with a win.
A fast team, they play hard every snap. Feisty group that like I said, likes to play hard. So we're really looking forward to the opportunity to play against them.
Very explosive and balanced on offense. They run the ball very well. 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard receiver. Quarterback's a dual threat. A lot of inside and outside zone. Defensively play an odd front. They're going to pressure you a lot. Mix up the coverages, but to go from, I believe it was 2-10 to 7-5 in a bowl game, and I think Coach was Coach of the Year in the SEC, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, they're very well coached. They're talented, and they're going to be motivated just like us.
Alabama football touched down in Orlando, Florida yesterday as they get ready for their New Year's Day showdown in the Citrus Bowl. This is the first season the Tide won't be in the college football playoff since its inception. They'll be taking on another college football blue blood, the Michigan Wolverines. Now, this could be the last time Alabama fields their 3 all-SEC wide receivers, as Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, and Devontae Smith can all be playing on Sundays around this time next year. There's a look at some of the upcoming bowl games tonight. We have the Holiday Bowl. Now, if you keep up with the bowls, the Holiday Bowl is always a crazy one. That'll be at 7 o'clock between number 22 USC and number 16 Iowa. I'm pretty sure Mississippi State fans will be pulling for USC in that one. And then tomorrow, the big ones. We have the Cotton Bowl between number 17 Memphis, number 10 Penn State. That game will be at 11 o'clock on ESPN. And the Camping World Bowl on ABC, number 15 Notre Dame will be taking on Iowa State. And then we also have the college football playoffs. They finally start. The Peach Bowl, 3 o'clock ESPN. The Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, number 1 LSU taking on former Bama quarterback Jalen Hurts and number 4 Oklahoma. And then the Fiesta Bowl at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Number 2 Ohio State taking on the defending champs Trevor Lawrence and Clemson. And then we have scores from basketball earlier today. High school in the East Webster Christmas Classic. Knoxville County, they defeat Starkville Academy 44-42. That gives the Tigers an even record this year. And then Corinth, they defeat East Iberville, bouncing back from their loss yesterday, 63-55. Warriors have a 6-5 record this season. Then also, Starkville. The ladies bounced back after losing yesterday. They defeat Horn Lake today, 55-49. Amaya Ford, she had 20 points, 11 boards. Braylon Ferguson had 12 points as well. And then the boys, Starkville defeat Tupelo Quinton, 74-60. Forte Prater, 27 points, 16 the second. Colty Young bouncing back from a big game yesterday. He had 16.
That's all right. We'll see him again in the playoffs. And speaking of the playoffs,
we also have more basketball coming up later on tonight at the New Hope Classic.
Good hoops action. But speaking of the playoffs, first time without Bama in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, man, it's different for them. The fans, they ain't feeling it.
No Bama, but you know who is making their return? Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Who would have guessed that? No Bama, but Jalen Hurts.
Couldn't write a better storybook ending for Jalen Hurts.
Right.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. We'll have a last look at your forecast when we come back.
Sports coverage of the Music City Bowl is brought to you by OCH Regional Hospital and the Columbus Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Look at the 7-day forecast and think, yes, some showers Saturday and Sunday, but the full details, of course, are online at WCBI.com and on the mobile app.
So umbrellas will be needed this weekend.
You'll need them at some point, for sure.
All right, thank you so much, Jacob, and thank you for tuning in with us.